So originally this video was supposed to be a first impressions video of the Pokemon Isle of Armor DLC for Pokemon Sword. However, the time I would have had to do that video would have been severely short, and I wouldn't have been able to have spent enough time making the video good. So I am pushing it back to the next digital adventure video. And in the meantime, that leaves a slot open here on the digital adventurer. So what should I look at this week? This one's for you, sis. Greetings, fellow adventurers. Fred here, and welcome to the Digital Adventure, the show that explores RPGs in the digital space. What can I say about The Lord of the Rings, other than the fact that I tried to read the books before the Fellowship of the Rings theatrical release, but face-planted pretty much out of the gate in that endeavor, because I couldn't get my head around Tolkien's writing style. While Lord of the Rings video game tie-ins for the movies were a thing, there is something different about Lord of the Rings Online, or LOTRO as the fans call it. It is intended for you to be able to tell your own story in Middle-earth without stepping on the toes of Middle-earth's main squad. Also, before we start, when did this game come out? Seriously? It came out in 2007? This thing's as old as my high school graduation. But with that being said, let's dive into Lord of the Rings Online, and is this game worth adding to my Steam library? Now, to be clear, this isn't my first romp in LOTRO. I tried it earlier at the behest of my sister, who is the biggest LOTRO fan I've met. In fact, she's the only LOTRO fan I met, but I'm not saying there aren't other LOTRO fans. I walked away from it because I found the UI and controls a little clunky for my taste. But I decided to give it another go. Starting off fresh, you open the game in the tutorial level as a prisoner, which makes me think they've been taking some pages out of Todd Howard's playbook. And you are rescued by Strider, whom many Lord of the Rings fans will know is no mere ranger. He's a frickin' Power Ranger. Wait a sec, that doesn't sound right. Let me check the script. My bad. Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and heir to the throne of Gondor. After you go through rescue some fellow prisoners with Strider, and make a break out of the enemy compound. You are in this small town where, over the course of several quests, you help a fellow ranger who got stabbed by a Morgul blade, and you convince the town of the growing darkness that is looming over their community. In terms of gameplay, if you've ever played fantasy MMOs like World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, you should be very familiar with how it plays. For the purposes of this video, I played as a Scott Lorekeeper, which is essentially your wizard kind of character, and it was the only one that actually appealed to me out of all the classes available. And it was a point of reference because I've played a lot of sorcerer characters in Star Wars The Old Republic. The game functions better than I remember. But the gameplay and visuals haven't aged well. Oh, there were numerous times that I've had to remind myself that this game launched in 2007, so I can't expect it to be up to the standards of the games I played regularly. And this was also a few short years after World of Warcraft also launched. But it is impressive that the game has lasted this long, and last I heard my sister is still playing. Sis, if you're watching this, let me sound off in the comments down below if you're still playing LOTRO. But overall, I feel this is, it's a solid game for, what released in 2007. And I'm sure they've made a lot of improvements over the years since its launch. And it's a distinctly different game from when it did. And I am still keeping it in my library and off and on playing it to have something to talk about with my sister. So those have been my first impressions of Lord of the Rings Online. And if you play the game, let me know anything else I should have mentioned or may have missed in these first impressions in the comments section below. And you can also support the channel on my Patreon and Ko-fi pages. And if you want to get in touch with me, there is my email address and my P.O. box. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the Trail of Adventure.